Hello, this is Nia with the Rainbow Cauldron, and today is your daily general reading for September 6th, 2014. The moon is waxing and in Aquarius. Okay, so the first card that I put down will be from the Druid Animal Oracle deck and will represent the general theme or feeling throughout the day, something to think about. The four cards surrounding it will be from the Faery Wicca Tarot deck and will represent the energies around morning time, afternoon, early evening, and nighttime. All right, so the first card is the cow. And let me lighten this up just a little bit, just a touch. Oh, no, that's too much. Just so we can see the cow here. All right, the cow. All right, and the cow has a lot to do with deep connections to Mother Earth, to Mother Nature. And breaking that down, it has to do with motherhood and it has to do with the natural nature self. To the first part there, motherhood, that refers to a sense of nurturing, whether that be nurturing yourself or others, or feeling nurtured, cared for, or supported by someone else. For the second part, natural or nature self is talking about connecting to that which makes you you. No pretending, no changing for others, just naturally you, which can sometimes be difficult to do. Even those of us who generally don't care what others think, we care at least somewhat what others' opinions on us are. I mean, everyone cares at least a little bit. And the cow here is blocking off that part about caring what others think and instead connecting to our natural self, nurturing or mothering our true selves. And that's what the cow is telling us today. All right, so let's put that there. Okay. All right, so with the Fairy Wicca deck, the first card is the Weaver Goddess, which is the world. Here it's represented by a goddess that's weaving. All right. Around lunchtime, we have the Seven of R. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Dovan. And finally, the Eight of Ishka. All right. Let me move this a little bit so we get a full view of this deck. All right. Let me just a touch. Too bright, too bright. It's kind of bright right now, but too dark. Trying to find that in the middle place. Okay, so we're starting off the day. Well, let's get a full reading here. The full reading today, again, is bringing out the theme we've been seeing this week: stepping back, detachment from our emotions, from the situation, and taking up an objective view, and inner solace and reflection, independence. Those are the energies that we've been feeling this week. We're especially seeing that energy with these three cards down here, or this, and this. The with the Weaver Goddess, which is the world, the Weaver Goddess, the world, is the last deck or last card of the major arcana cards, which indicates that the situation is coming to its completion. And it makes sense to get this card at the end of the week. She's now weaving her way to her new adventure, preparing for what's to come next, wrapping things up, and that's really the energies I get from her. Now, when we go to the Seven of R, we're kind of seeing a block in the road again, as you can see the swords here. And the Seven of R, or the Seven of Swords, usually has to do with some sort of deception or dishonesty, and that's something that's blocking this path. And that's the energy I'm getting here. I really am getting that energy that there's some sort of there is a block in this particular path, um, and the next card is basically telling you to step back from that. Don't even touch it. Don't go. Don't even bother that way. The Seven of Dovon has to do with, again, stepping back from that which we've accomplished and to see what we've done so far, to take a break, um, and come back to it later for a more objective view. The fact that these two cards are sevens and the right one right after the other indicates to me that these two energies are closely tied to each other. And the advice here is to step back from whatever that setback happened, whatever that was in the Seven of R. Take a deep breath, look at what you've done so far, take a break, and come back with a more objective rather than emotional view. So really stepping back from that. And then at the end of the day, again, this is connected in that this is moving on from that situation. Here's the real ending to that. Here we get the sense at the beginning of the week that we're coming to a close, coming to an ending. We get blocked from a path that the advice is to stay away from. Don't even touch that. Don't even get involved. And finally, letting go of it. The real moving on, the real ending to the situation. Taking a different path and leaving behind that which wasn't sustaining us. The Eight has left the situation. Here we see a kind of a ghostly woman going into that, or leaving, if this is indoors, leaving that situation. And it was a situation that seemed like it was very prosperous because we have all these gold cauldrons. That's the word I was looking for. All these gold little cauldrons, and that really represents an idea of what we wanted, but we're realizing that the path here is just not worth it. It's just not worth it. We see that here. And to leave that path, to leave it behind, and to move on to something that's better. And just move on to something else. So there we go. That's the last reading for this week. So the general overall today, we have a sense of being true to ourselves, being true to what we feel is right, to our true identity, not changing ourselves for others. The end is the end of this whole situation is upon us here. There's a path that we wanted to take, but there was some dishonesty surrounding that, and to not even touch it. Wow, it got dark in here all of a sudden. Whoa, that was crazy. Woo. But yeah, to not even touch it, and then finally to move on from it. And that's the reading for today. And thank you so much for watching this week. I'll try to get next week's up ASAP. I'm not even sure what tarot deck I'm going to use for next week. I'll figure it out. But thank you so much for watching.